I recently got a question on one of my YouTube comments where I was talking about how much money I was making on YouTube, and I said something in the video, something like, I should be making more videos like this so I can earn more money. I said that. So the comment was referring to that statement in the video, and the comment said this: is that really why you want to do YouTube though? Is it because you have something to say or just to make money? In order for me to answer that question, I have to talk about, you know what? I'm gonna dig it up. I'm gonna dig it up. Here's our album, Rescue a Hero. Album's called Corrupt, Honest, Awake. It was recorded? Wow, it was recorded in 2011. When we got together, we were just four friends looking for an avenue to express ourselves through music. I remember we burned like hundreds of CDs, drew our own little art on it, so every CD had different art, and we were giving them away in shows. We didn't care about making money, we just wanted people to hear the music, and we played live a lot. But this was also the time locally here that no one really paid bands to play live. So the most we ever got paid was a box of pizza and a couple of beers. And you know what? I wouldn't change what happened at all. It was one of the most fun times of my life.
Oh, what an intro, mate.
This is the White Car Sessions with Rescue a Hero.
The song was written by Jason and myself.
We would have a gig at some point once or twice a week. Some nights there were 3 gigs and it was so much fun, but we were not making any money. And in fact, we were spending money recording the album, gas everywhere, and really just spending a lot more than we were making, because have all the fun that an early 20-year-old would have. The problem was regular life. Oh, steep hill coming up.
Our voice transmitted through the telephone lines, so serene and almost warm enough to feel. Just another day of the situation. The hellos, the goodbyes, the distance.
I remember at some point we were having a gig and I had a friend who had a corporate job, and he was complaining about how much money he was making, and and to be honest, he was making quite a bit of money compared to everybody else in that conversation. It was my friend and the 4 of us in the band, and then at some point I couldn't take his complaining anymore, and then I said, hey look, I pointed to me, I said minimum wage. I pointed to another friend of mine who was also in the band, said minimum wage, and I pointed to another friend, jobless, and then I pointed to another friend and I said, and he's paying to work. We were spending all this time on something that, you know, was fulfilling our souls, was a lot of fun, and I genuinely think we made pretty good music, but it wasn't something that we could sustain in the long run because we weren't making any money out of it. So eventually guys had to leave. They found opportunities abroad. I think we're all doing pretty well, but we just didn't have the time or the bandwidth to continue with music. Which brings us to how I want to approach this YouTube channel. Let's put this down. You know how like some people like to play video games in their free time? I really loved playing video games, especially when I was younger. And I spent so much time on it. But eventually I realized that I put so much time in the video games, and the truth was I wasn't getting anything back in real life. So for example, if you put a lot of time into cycling, it's a good time while you're at it, but at the same time, you're investing in your health. An investment in your health, you get that ROI in the future, man. Like, your body is just better, your heart lasts longer, you get better focus while you're doing the rest of your day. That's why I got into cycling, because it was like free exercise to me, because it didn't feel like hard work. And this YouTube channel, it's an investment in a possibility of actually doing this full time. And I think that goal is important, but also at the same time, I'm not going to sacrifice my integrity as a person just to chase views or just to get as many eyeballs as possible. I think some creators lose themselves in the process of creating content, and they are too focused with getting views or likes or this fake social media love. Some people are too focused on those metrics that they have sacrificed their integrity as a creator. What's up, Matt?
Give me your phone.
Oh, okay, you just moved my whole setup.
Give me your phone.
You want to borrow my phone?
And download the game.
Okay, it's downloading. Why don't you get my phone?
Lost
And then you go downstairs.
Loose.
You know what? Let's get a cup of coffee. This vlog is sponsored by Curve Coffee Collaborators. They recently sent me a couple of these coffee items. So I'm going to make a cup of coffee. Of course, I'm going to use the Curve Coffee Collaborators coffee beans. I love this origami dripper and coffee server combination. Head over to curve.coffee to check out more coffee goodness. They are one of the few coffee brands that are truly directly connected to the farmers here in the Philippines. So if you want to support local farmers, go ahead and get a bag of coffee from Curve Coffee Collaborators. Thank you, Curve, for sponsoring this episode. I really hope that you guys support these partnerships, especially with Curve, because brands like them are hopefully what can make my little dream of doing YouTube full-time a possibility. And they make really good coffee too. But yeah, the way I've been approaching YouTube is that I'm not too focused on the end. Like if it happens, great. I'm focusing more on the process and making sure that I can still live the rest of my life while doing YouTube, while just focusing on the process of getting these videos out there. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, no problem. I really enjoy making videos. I just posted 2 travel videos with my wife when we were in Turkey, and there were no bikes there. And I know that I am not going to get any likes if I don't have any bikes. But I posted those videos really so that 2, 3, 4, 10 years down the line, me and my wife can look back and remember that trip to Turkey. So yeah, if you've been thinking about content creation, I think you should do it for yourself. Dive deep into the craft of actually making a video. Try to do it as best as you can, but don't attach yourself to arbitrary outcomes like views or likes. I try to become better at the next video, but once they are out there, it doesn't affect me that much if it gets a lot of views or if it gets less views. You know, life goes on and the internet is not real life. Hope you enjoyed this episode. No boring days. Please subscribe.